Hey, my name is Ian Jennings, and today I want to give you a demo of TestDriver. TestDriver is an AI QA agent, and it's the easiest and fastest way to write maintainable tests. TestDriver is a UI automation tool that actually operates the computer like a human. So it looks at the screen and determines what actions to take. This means you're not maintaining flaky selectors that break all the time as your app changes. If you change the text from sign up to register, it'll still work. The AI is actually looking at the screen and determining what to do. So the best thing to do is to give you a demo. I'm making this video to show off version 3, which has the ability to play test back, as well as a way smarter text matching. So let's get started. I'll open up the TestDriver terminal, and we'll use nvm use v21. And TestDriver is just a CLI command. So you just run TestDriver, and that'll invoke it. So let's run TestDriver googlefiber.yaml. That'll make us a new file. And the first step in this test is to navigate to fiber.google.com. Now, what this will do is look at the screen, and it'll say, oh, hey, I'm on, this is Chrome. I want to navigate to fiber.google.com. I have a few sets of actions I can take. I can move with the mouse, I can click, I can type. So it chooses to look at the URL bar and type fiber.google.com. Notice the terminal went transparent for a second there. That allows the AI to see through and see what's behind the terminal, so you can see the output while the AI acts. Now, we can actually do a lot more than just give it these low-level commands. We can give it some higher-level commands, and the AI will actually figure out how to overcome errors. So let's do /explore. This is the command that allows the AI to recover. And we will say, enter a fake address and check availability. So what this will do, same thing, look at the screen. Hey, how can I enter a fake address and check the availability? Okay, it's going to hover over enter your address and click it. There we go. And then it's going to click check availability. But there's going to be a problem because the zip code is required. So watch, the AI will notice this error and actually recover from it. So as it chooses the check availability button, and if you notice, there's actually 2 check availability buttons, but the AI knows which one to click because that's the one near the bar. So the zip code error comes up, and it's going to look at the screen and say, hey, I wasn't able to accomplish my goal because the zip code is a required field. So what it's going to do now is come up with a fake zip code and enter that into the zip code field. Okay, browser text zip. So there it goes. It said, the task has not been completed because the zip code field is required. It has not been filled in. Why don't we save a zip code and then click check availability? So here we go. Did that. And again, all of this is being output as a test script that can be run again. So when you run this on CI/CD, you are not doing all this thinking. This is the creation step. It generates a sort of regression test, and that regression test can be rerun, and I'll show you that in a second. But before we get to that, every test needs some kind of assertion, right? How does it fail? So TestDriver, along the way, any kind of AI invocation will say, hey, maybe that text isn't here at all. I'm just going to fail. I've tried really hard to find it. But in this case, we're going to manually add an assertion. Something else to point out is the AI noticed the task to navigate as well as entering the address was successful, so it stopped. It didn't continue going, right? It's not available. So in order to add this assertion, we're going to add the assert command /assert and say Google Fiber is not available at this address. Okay, again, the AI is going to look at the screen and say, okay, the screenshot clearly shows the message Google Fiber isn't available for this address. Now, why do we add that assertion? Well, when we run on CI/CD, maybe it was available, right? Maybe we're incorrectly reporting that it's available. Maybe we want to assert that the correct image shows or the Google Fiber logo shows. So why don't we do that? Assert a family photo appears on this page. All right, there we go. Shows a family at the photo of the top page and then 2 children sitting at a table. Great. So you could assert any of that, right? Assert that all 3 faces show, All right, so now we have, again, this Google Fiber.yaml. It's generated this whole script here. And let's give it a shot. So what we're going to do now is just say run Google Fiber.yaml. All right, so here it goes. Notice that it's not thinking along the way. It's simply just executing those commands. It's happening a lot faster now, right? Something you might notice, though, is under check availability, it actually will sit there and decide again which one to click, because it's saying, hey, there isn't an exact match for this. There's actually two options, so I'm going to decide which one. And again, it will click the one that's near the bar because it's still, the AI is still aware of what's happening, even though this is a regression mode. It is not a strict execution. You'll also notice that that error came up again. That's because that's what we generated. And if you wanted to remove that, you could simply open the YAML file and delete that zip code error. Or sorry, the check availability button, first click, which was invalid. Okay, so we've completed. We're going to now click on check availability again, and then we'll watch those assertions run. Okay, now we have the assertion run. The screenshot clearly shows Google Fiber isn't available, and the family photo appears. Awesome. So this will actually exit with code 0. So any CI/CD that you're linking up will fail or pass based on this YAML working. And I'll just show you a little bit of how this works on CI/CD. So let us navigate to the proper repo. This is the test driver. Close that. The test driver GitHub action. And right, you can actually prompt it with abstract commands, like as if you were typing it in, but you can also use that run command here to run it. There are some other great features here. The first is that you can run a pre-run script, so you can actually launch Chrome, but you can even compile a desktop app. You can run a backend server, a custom backend server on the VM. It's going to run a whole shell script, so you actually have full control over that VM before the AI is engaged. And the other awesome thing about this is that every test driver test is recorded with dashcam. That means you're going to get the full logs and video of everything that happened on that VM as it executes. And so then you can go paste that as a GitHub comment and see the results of test driver right back in your GitHub environment, so right in your test results. So yeah, that's it. If you want to try this out, this is live. We have a very small capacity for new customers. So hit me up, DM me, let me know what your QA situation is like, and we'll hop on a call and we actually build your first tests on that call, because it's just so easy. We just say, let's just type it in together and we'll get you started, and then we'll deploy it. It's that easy. We do it in the first call. So if you'd like to see Test Driver in action, DM me or schedule a demo on our website. Thank you.